Hello there, and welcome to another Barb Stamps video. Today we're working again with the Cool Treats bundle by Stampin' Up. It's in the Occasions catalog, and it's on page 32 and 33. And this is a suite full of fabulous products that takes me back to my childhood. Ice cream cones, popsicles, loved it all. Still do, actually. Anyway, so this suite has a ton of great products. We start out with the Cool Treats stamp set that coordinates with the Frozen Treats framelits dies. Then we'll move on to the Tasty Treats Designer Series paper. This paper has 5 double-sided designs of just regular Designer Series paper. So we've got some ice cream cones, popsicles, sprinkles, a cool kind of like wallpaper you might find in a cool ice cream shop, the sundaes. And then on the back, we have some neutral patterns, which are fabulous. I just love these. And then we also have 2 specialty papers, which are the cherries and strawberries and the popsicles and ice cream cones. And as I'm wiggling these around, I'm hoping you can see the shine that's on these things, because they do have some glossy accents to them. So they're very cool. Designer Series paper. We also have the washi tape, the Tasty Treats specialty washi tape. Blah. And there are 5 different patterns in this. Very cool. We've got the sprinkles embellishments. A bunch of super cute little sprinkles here. Ooh, let me grab a card and show you a shaker card with those. Here is a really cool shaker card I got in a swap. Isn't it adorable? Those little shaker bits just wiggle around in there. Oh, I just love it. So that is fabulous. And then we have the Tasty Treats cardstock pack. So those things are all part of this suite. Today, using the suite of products, I want to show you how to make this cute cherry sundae card. So let's get started here. The first thing I want to show you is how I store all my bits and pieces that I cut with all the dies in this suite. I use a muffin tin. And I just add, when I first got this kit or this bundle, I just went ahead and I just die cut a ton of different shapes using different color cardstocks. But I wanted a place to keep them, so I thought, oh, muffin tin would be perfect. I do have a couple of these down here in my stamp room. So I just kind of have the various pieces and parts in these little tins. So we're going to start out with a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Pool Party cardstock. Fold that in half. So that's our main card base. We also have a piece of Whisper White. And then I have a skinny little 1/2-inch strip of one of the patterns of the Designer Series paper. And so I'm just going to add that to the edge of my card. Get some liquid glue out here and just kind of run that down the strip. And then I'm just going to layer this onto my piece of white right here at the edge. Press that down. I do have a little excess there. I'll just trim that off. Get some scissors here. Okay. Then we're going to use some of this skinny washi tape, the Watermelon Wonder skinny washi tape. I think this must be about 1/4 inch. So I'm just going to lay that right next to my Designer Series paper strip that I just put down. And then we'll just tear that off. Wrap those ends around to the back of the piece of cardstock. So that's going to be our card base. We also need our little strip that our design is going to lay on. So I just took a 2-inch wide piece of Peekaboo Peach cardstock, put it into my scalloped border. Oh, for heaven's sakes, I can't even think of what it's called right now. Anyway, you can see it, you know what I'm talking about. And then I get this fabulous design here. So that's what we're going to build our sundae on. I've also got a piece of our Soft Sky stitched satin ribbon, and I'm just going to tie a bow with this stuff real quick here for you. Too hard of a grip on that one side. Okay. And then all I do is just manipulate it. I just pull these ends, tighten it up, pull the ends again, and then I just keep tightening it until it's the size that I want. Pretty simple way to tie a bow. Is that about the same size? Yeah, pretty close. We'll just make it a tiny bit smaller. That looks good. get our ribbon scissors out here to trim the ends off. Take the bow and we're just going to press it onto the glue dot, release it from the backing paper, and just add it right onto the end of the tag shape here. Okay, move some of this stuff out of the way so we have room to work. All right, so we've got those pieces done. Now we just need to build our sundae. So just pulling at my tray here, we'll get our sundae pieces out. So we've got our 2 ice creams, we've got a little dish, got our spoon, and the cherry. So I did want to add a bit of a decoration to this little dish. You can see on my card I do have kind of a little squiggly fun design on there. I found that in the Sweet Stack stamp set. It's this little squiggly design here, and I just thought that was adorable, and I thought it would be perfect on my sundae dish. So I'm going to use some crumb cake ink along with this stamp. And then we're just going to press it on there. Got the dish, got the 2 pieces of ice cream. Okay, so then to put this all together, I'm just going to add, you can see I tried to stamp something else on there and I didn't like it. So I'm going to add my first bit of ice cream here, and you can see that it's hanging off the edge. That's okay, I'm just going to trim that off when I get done here with all this. And now we'll just add some more glue to the other side. Pick up our other bit of ice cream. And there, so we kind of have one that's a little bit taller than the other. All right, we do need to get our spoon down in there, so I'm just going to take my spoon, put a tiny bit of glue right on the tip of the spoon there, and then we're just going to tuck it under, just like that. So we have our spoon. I'm going to trim off this piece of the ice cream here. I don't know if the ice cream comes in pieces, but anyway. And then our last piece of the puzzle is to add a tiny little drop of glue up the top and to add the cherry. Just like so. Adorable, isn't it? I do want to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to my cherry, just because the cherry should sparkle a little bit. Maybe we'll just kind of add a little bit along the edges here of the ice cream too, just, you know, make it more appealing so we want to eat it right away. All right, so we've got some shimmer to our ice cream. Fabulous. And then we're going to put the dish, I'm going to use a dimensional, but I just want to kind of lay it on there for placement purposes right now, so I can get my greeting where I want it to be. So I'm just going to kind of lay that there. I've got my greeting from the Cool Treat stamp set, and I chose You're the Cherry to my sundae. I thought that was appropriate for the kind of card we're making. So I've got some Watermelon Wonder ink here and the greeting. All right, I think I'm going to move that dish down just a bit. And then we're going to get the greeting on there just right above it. Okay. So that way, now we can just put a dimensional on this, a couple dimensionals on the sundae. And we'll set that right underneath the greeting. And then I'm going to add it to this piece of Whisper White. Get some glue all over it. I think it's going to be a little bit long because I cut it long on purpose, because better too long than too short, right? So we'll just kind of lay that on there, center it. A little bit long, but like I said, that's just fine. I made it long on purpose. Let's trim that off. And then I'll add some glue to the back of my layer here. Whoops. Come on, glue. This is my favorite glue, this multi-purpose liquid glue. I do use it quite a bit. And we'll just layer that onto our card, centering it also. And yay, it's done. So cute. I love it. So here they both are. Great, great fun. I love this stamp set. I'm going to be using this a lot more. So I'll have a few more videos to show you on this. We're going to actually do some stamping in my next video on these rather than just the die cuts. So if you need any products to make your own fabulous cool treats cards. You can get those in my store, shoppingwithbarb.com. I've got great ideas on my blog, barbstamps.com. And if you liked my video and learned anything new, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day.